Interacting with one customer, your approach will be slightly different than when you are dealing with a group of customers. Okay, you are trying to sell to a company and there are 4 or 5 people, manager, supervisor, user, as well as maybe the VP of purchasing are sitting there, and you have to convince all the people in that group so that you can make the sales order. In that case, what are you going to do? Do you have to follow slightly different techniques? And the book says yes. For instance, first of all, you need to have a clear objective. What are you trying to accomplish with these 4 or 5 people sitting in front of you? And that is why that objective is what we call SMART, that is specific, measurable, that you can measure, that you can put numbers over that, so you want to put numbers, and then actionable, that you will be able to take action, that you will sign a contract or you will bring a demo item and that they will test it out and then they will agree to the terms and conditions. And then realistic, it's not like very unrealistic, it's not like you are making them sign a 10-year contract or 15-year contract. Nobody knows what will happen in another 3-4 years. How can they sign a 10-year contract? So we cannot make unrealistic expectations. And also timely objective, that you want to sell 4 tractors to this particular company within the next 3 months, something like that. So having a specific objective, measurable objective, actionable, realistic, and timely objective can help you. Now there are 4 or 5 people sitting in front of you, so you have to know each member's name and role in the decision. Now, not everybody is going to sign on the check. Only one person is going to sign on the check, and who is that person? Now, that person may sign on the check, but they are not the ones using it. So they are going to depend on somebody else to guide them whether to buy the product that you are selling or not. So you need to know who the user is. And also there may be an influencer. They may not be even in the room. So you have to know who that person is, and you have to make sure that you address their concerns as well. And if the people is not in the room, that particular person is not in the room, but still they may have their issues and they may stop the whole process of sales going forward. So you really have to know the names and roles. Why do you have to know the name? Because name is the sweetest thing for anybody in any language, okay? Their own name. So you have to get their name right so that you can directly address them. Hey Dave, hey Victor, hey Nathan, what can you do about that? Or for that sake, hey Karen, or Chris, or Samantha, what can you do about that? So that you will be able to address them exactly, make sure that you address their concerns, their objections, and what type of role they will have in making the decision. You have to know everything. And remember that not everybody is going to be supportive of your actions, okay? For instance, there will be one person who love your presentation, okay, and they really want you to use the product that you are selling. So that means you have to, that's your champion. That's the person that's going to talk very good about your product to their colleagues. So you have to ask yourself, who is that champion and how they can help you sell more to the company. That is the key thing, and that's the 4th step that's given here. Leverage your champion to help sell the committee for you. Now that champion, once you get their attention, once they are liking your product, then they will be actively selling the product to the rest of the people in the room. So maybe that is the way how you should approach it when it comes to closing with a committee, with a group of people, okay? Now you'll be thinking, what are different ways of closing a sale? And you would be so surprised because there are many ways of closing, okay? So let me quickly show you here, and in the next video clip we will talk about all these different types of closing techniques. You can see that there are easily, almost like 100 different types of sales techniques, and I don't want you to be thinking about all the different closing techniques or anything like that, but I will highlight 1 or 2 things, okay? One of the most basic things that I like is, hey, puppy close. Who doesn't like puppies, right? Everybody loves puppies. Puppy close is a favorite thing, but at least it's a funny thing. But there are also various other types of closing. Empathy close, where you are addressing their emotions and things like that. And we will talk about it in the next video clip.